Greetings and welcome to NewZimbabwe.com News. I am Makanaka Masenyama. Stories making the headlines. Energy and Power Development Minister Joram Gumbo admits country too broke to afford fuel. In the courts, Harare man kills his own father and tries to fake suicide by the deceased. In business, ex-finance minister Tendai Biti claims Zim dollar reintroduction this week. In the arts, Michael Jackson's producer showers praises on Zimbabwe's Mateo. While in sports, Mushowani Stars vows to take Premiership football to the village. Energy and Power Development Minister Joram Gumbo says the country is sitting on huge stocks of untapped fuel but remains too broke to pay for the precious liquid. Gumbo said this while briefing journalists on how the country both imports and relays fuel on the end user. The minister also blamed the current fuel crisis on hoarding by panicking individuals as well as a recent national shutdown.
Iraq, to take your example, if there is fuel coming from Iraq and it comes into the country and is in bond, what you must understand is that that fuel is, as it were, is in Iraq, but it's in your country. So for you to access that fuel, pay for it like it is in Iraq, then it is released to you. That's what the bondage means.
A recent fuel price hike has failed to end fuel queues, which have become a source of worry for many. The Registrar General Clemens Masango says the printing of passports could come to a halt within the next 2 months if government fails to avail Forex to import the special paper used to print the much sought-after document. Masango was giving oral evidence this Monday before the Parliament's Defence and Security Services Committee. The Registrar General said his office has fallen behind in the issuance of passports, with those supposed to take 24 hours now taking a minimum of 3 days, while 3-day passports now taking a full week.
Currently, we are unable to avail of those passports within 4 weeks because of lack of resources, especially the passport paper, the ink, the ribbons, all those consumables. They are important, and that requires foreign currency. We queue with everybody else, but then everybody understands the situation in the country, and I'm sure they are so that the central bank goes through in terms of prioritizing between and amongst requests.
Information Ministry Secretary Nick Mangwana has dismissed claims the country's judiciary is compromised. Speaking during a panel discussion at Suppers Trust this week, the ZANU-PF official cited instances in which MDC politician and lawyer Job Sikala has secured acquittals on behalf of his clients in the courts.
How can a microwave judgment, how can a microwave justice have so many acquittals? Because a number of people have been acquitted. It doesn't mean that Job Sikala is a brilliant lawyer, but he's getting acquittals. And because the evidence is thin, when people have reported that so-and-so has looted property, and so on, out of hate and out of spite, the case is not going to hold, and people are acquitted. So there is no political prisoner in Zimbabwe.
His comments follow recent claims by Zimbabwean lawyers the country's judiciary had taken a deliberate stance to deny bail to hundreds of public violence suspects following last month's violent protests countrywide. In the courts, a Harare man accused of committing robberies while dressed in army uniform has told the local court that he was forced by police to wear the uniform when they arrested him. Shepard Magorimbo, who is 24, said this through his lawyer while applying for a bail before Harare Magistrate Rumbidzai Mugwagwa on Monday. It is State's case that on January 15 at the Second Road flyover, Magorimbo, who was clad in a camouflage uniform, teamed up with 4 of his accomplices who are still at large to rob one Tapfumane Muvi of $54 through an EcoCash transaction, $94 in cash, 2 Samsung mobile phones and 2 Nokia phones. Magorimbo is back in court this Tuesday for bail ruling. In another matter, 22-year-old Ngonidashe Albert Chiwa of Chitungwiza has been dragged to court facing murder after he allegedly strangled his father to death and later placed a bottle of poison next to the deceased bed to try and fake suicide. After killing his father, it is further alleged Chiwa spent the night in the house with the body before he reported a case of suicide to the police the next morning. Chiwa's luck, however, ran out when neighbors told police he had endless quarrels with his now deceased parent, while post-mortem results also confirmed the death was through strangling. Chiwa was denied bail when he appeared in court on Monday. In Bulawayo, 11 Twakazi Republic Party activists face criminal nuisance charges after they picketed Bulawayo Rainbow Hotel to protest the hiring of labor from Harare to undertake renovations at the property when there were locals who could do the same job. The alleged offense happened last Friday. They were all remanded out of custody to 10 March this year for trial commencement. In business, former Finance Minister Tendai Biti says Zimbabweans must brace for the shock reintroduction of the Zimbabwean dollar during the much-anticipated monetary policy statement by Central Bank Governor John Mankujga this week. Biti, an opposition MDC top official, made the claims via Twitter, where he also took time to blast what he found to be fatal move in the absence of reserves and currency reforms by the ZANU-PF-led government. Finance Minister Mutungube revealed recently that the country is going to bring back the much-resented Zim dollar within the next 12 months. Ethiopian Airlines is failing to repatriate its $18 million US from Zimbabwe due to the shortage of foreign currency in the country. President Emmerson Mnangagwa was quoted in a local newspaper admitting that the hefty figure is stuck in Zimbabwe. This comes after the Rwandan airline RwandAir recently stopped accepting the local bond note payments in place of the much stable United States dollar. In arts and showbiz, late American music sensation Michael Jackson's producer Teddy Riley has showered praises on Zimbabwean musician Nati O after he met the young dancehall chanter at a Bob Marley birthday festival in Dubai last Friday. This is after Nati O, real name Carrington Chiwadzwa, staged a memorable show at the celebrations. After the show, Riley took his official Instagram page, saying he felt honored to perform alongside the Zimbabwean. Nati O was the only Southern African artist included in the concert's lineup. We are now taking a short break. We'll be back soon.
Fellow friends, family, and my Zimbabwean diaspora, I have experienced death, and I can tell you that death is inevitable, and yet such a big taboo subject as Africans. Please don't put it off. Guarantee your family a decent send-off. Talk to Diaspora Funeral Cashman today. They're just a phone call away, and they will put you at ease when you need them.
Now we cross over to Leo Menende, who is giving us our sports.
Thank you, Maka. Newly promoted Zimbabwe Football Premiership side, Mushowani Stars, plans to host its home matches in rural Madziwa area, Mashonaland Central, in what is said to bring top sides, Highlanders and Dynamos, to an area which has been popularized by late music icon and national hero Oliver Mtukudzi, who was buried there last month. This was revealed by the club's media officer Donald Mutasa in an interview with New Zim Sports on the sidelines of a Premier Soccer League induction workshop in Harare last week.
Then at first ngatanga kupindura kuti ezivanhu vekumashonaland central vekumash west tokufara kuti bhora radzoka maybe tanga takapedzera kuona kudhara because 2004 patanga tiine trojan then ije zvino tauya iri mushowani inde setup yemushowani yatisiyanei nemamwe masetups timu yekumusha chaiko chaiko if you know kuti mushowani ivillage inonzi mushowani saka tiri kutobva mumusha chaimo bhora redu riri mumusha tichiriunzira vanhu vekumusha so we are happy kuti kumusha kwava nebhora tasiyana nemateams emtown isusu tinenge takarepresentera kumusha not mashonaland jet in every province ine vanhu vari kumusha tinoti let's come behind Mushowani Stars because iri kusumudzira bhora rekumavisha.
Mushowani will, however, need the approval of the country's football administrators to play in the dusty backwaters of the small mining community. Highlanders Football Club has upped preparations for this year's Castle Lager Soccer League race with a fitness camp for its registered players in a secluded part of Matabeleland South. Speaking to New Zim Sports, club media liaison officer Ronald Moyo said that the training is going on well, having given the team a break on Sunday and resumed Monday. The players are working on their fitness under the watchful eye of the Boso technical team headed by club legend Madinda Ndlovu. Boso were last crowned champions in 2006 and hope for a change of fortunes in the 2019 season, which starts end of March. Reporting for New Zim TV, this is Leopold Munende.
To end this bulletin, here's a recap of our main stories. Energy and Power Development Minister Joram Kumbo admits country too broke to afford fuel. In the courts, Harare man kills his own father and tries to fake suicide by the deceased. In business, ex-finance minister Tendai Biti claims Zim dollar reintroduction this week. In the arts, Michael Jackson's producer showers praises on Zimbabwe's Nati O. While in sports, Mushowani Stars vows to take Premiership football to the village. For these stories in greater details, visit our website www.newszimbabwe.com and our YouTube channel, Newzim TV.